Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball. There's baseball played this week, and that means we get a Talkin' Baseball historic episode. It's the betting app. Get ready. Jom's here. Let's talk ball. Mason Miller.
I don't know. Blitzball.
Yeah, nice, Trev. Nice. Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball, presented to you by SeatGeek. We are here, people. March 24th? Wow. You'll hear it in all of our voices. Me, Jim, Trev, and Rob Scirocco were just in our warehouse all weekend yelling our faces off. So there's a little bit of that in our voices as we get ready for this first week of the baseball season. And we're coming to you with one of our fun ones. Even if you're not locked in to the gambling world, it's just this has become a fun every year episode to kind of sneak out a couple of our opinions through betting, and might as well win you some money on the way because that's what we do. I am with ball knower numero dos. Jimmy O'Brien is in the studio.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm ready to make some bets. I decided to do half research.
Okay.
Sometimes I put a lot of thought into these.
Right.
And I didn't do great last year. And last year was one of the times I put a lot of thought. So I said, I'm not going to do any thought. And then on the train ride, I was like, I'll do some thought.
Little thought.
Little thought. Yeah.
Little thought. Speaking of, Trevor Plouffe.
Speaking of what, Jake?
Little thought.
I actually put a lot of thought into mine, but
Oh.
I'm such a positive guy. That's where I kind of go wrong in these. I don't know if we have the graphic up, but I did not do great last year. None of us did particularly well.
But none of us did as bad as you did.
I did the worst.
Oh, God.
No.
Oh,
no,
God.
I got one right.
He did get one right, but that's
This is wrong, by the way. Thank you.
It just wasn't.
It just
Yeah.
wasn't part
It
of
just
the
didn't make
graphic.
the
Okay.
graphic.
I took
so.
over Ellie De La Cruz hits 127.5, got that right. But everything else I did miss on. Bobby Miller, no. Kyle Schwarber hit 104 RBI last year, so he went over. Esther Ruiz that's like a conspiracy
What happened?
theory.
Yeah.
He wore like the last dive bar bracelet, and then they sent him out, and he just like never played in the big league. So that wasn't on me necessarily. That's more of a
Hey,
an Oakland A's thing.
Sprinkle shouldn't be on the graphic if we're being honest. That's a
That's
a
so
bet
true.
you're not supposed to get right.
I think
that's a-
Sprinkle.
it's a
for the
once in
next
10
graphic,
years.
It should be like it's separate column only if you got it right. Like you get.
Yeah.
Or maybe not like a huge red X, just like here's what our sprinkle was, and like a little one.
I wonder
that's-
if we have the old sheets because we've all gotten Sprinkles right before,
That's
which is the cool thing because we're so smart.
that would have me, Jom, and BBD from last year sitting where you'd want to be. 2 out of 3.
2 out
The
of 3.
sprinkle. That's crazy. I
Way
was
to go.
I was calling
Me,
you-
you and BBD.
Yes, us 3. I was calling you Lil Thought, THOT. I'm excited to
DVD
get into
technically
it.
was 2 out of 4 last year. I'm just putting that out there.
Happy for you. Let's dive in. Excited. Yuck some balls with the fellas. We are going to be live streaming on Thursday. All the games start at 3 p.m. I think we're trying to go through 3 till 8. We'll see. Some of our West Coast kids, maybe we'll keep the stream going. But we're here, people. And
There's no 1 o'clock games?
no. Why not put the Marlins and the Pirates at 1 when it's Skeens Alcantara? Anyways, you can go. If you're not going to be with us, go to the stadium. Actually, you can stream at the stadium, so that's good. But get tickets with SeatGeek. It's here, people. The baseball season is here. Go and see the stars of the game. Go and root for our bets. Go root against our bets. It's time. And with code TALKIN2025, get 10% off any tickets with code TALKIN2025. Whether you've used the code or not, whether you have the app or not, you're saving 10% on tickets of something you're going to go to. So this is a no-brainer, kind of like a lot of what we're about to tell you. SeatGeek, they're the geeks of seats. That means they know what they're doing. Green means good. Red means bad. Boom. You can fully operate the app. Talkin' 2025, 10% off your next tickets at SeatGeek. That's Talkin' 2025, 10% off any tickets. Jim, do you want to tell Trev, you don't know this yet. I think me and Jimmy are throwing out a bonus square. That's just DraftKings has gotten really good with these lines.
Yeah.
They've gotten better through the years.
Yeah.
They've missed one.
I want to fluff Jake a little, and I have data that DraftKings used to be way worse at this. Like,
When they first started, we were crushing.
We've exposed
in
them.
2022, I went 5 for 5. Jake went 4 for 5. We both got our lock. We all got our lock in 2022.
Yeah.
Trev, you got your lock. You went 2 for 4, and you pushed on one. You're giving yourself credit for pushing, I think. Last year, Jake went 3 for 3. Didn't get his sprinkle, but he went 3 for 3. No, in 2023.
2023.
And then last year you went 2 for 3.
Yeah.
So it's gotten harder, but you're still doing good.
It's
Where'd
very
you
little
go?
thinking. That's my approach to a lot of things. That I look for the line that speaks to me. I'll tell you what, I know there's going to be some batting average conversation. It was so funny, like looking at the individual player lines and just how much we don't think about batting average. Like I saw Bryce Harper's line for batting average and it was 280. And I was like, Bryce have that kind of batting average? And I was like, shoot, he does.
Yeah.
And then you look at other players like Jazz was 250. And I was like, in my head, Jazz is a 280 batting average guy.
Oh, no.
250 is great nowadays. Like 250 batting average, as long as you slug a little bit, that is all you need.
Give him what popped up, Jim.
We didn't get our locks last year, so we need to get our locks, Trev. Okay? Ray's let me down. What popped up? Let me go to my betting slips because I just bet a bunch. But this popped up. It's
Trev, you'll see why this is. I don't want to say illegal, but
it's a race to 10 wins. So which
I
team?
got this one too on my sheet. You guys are kidding me?
Oh,
yeah, because we're telling the world,
telling
this
the whole
one.
world. Oh, you
Here's
want
the
this
thing.
to count for you?
I looked at this, but this particular team is playing two pretty good teams to start out the year as well.
They're
Doesn't
2-0
matter.
already.
I know that.
The Cubs are
I have
pretty
it on my
good.
sheet.
They've
Plus
already won
330?
2 games. It's plus 195.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Oh, I
Yeah.
think we've already lowered the line. I got it at plus 220.
I'm
Plus
looking at,
220 is what I have it at.
I got it at 195.
Okay,
Dodgers first to 10 wins is plus 220.
That's ours
we
is
all
better.
saw it.
I also bet the Dodgers to win the National League in the division.
okay.
I got it at 220.
Okay. Here's the thing.
Race
Okay,
to
I
10
saw
wins.
that.
I don't know if we've said that yet.
They've already
Race
won
to 10
2.
wins.
They've
Dodgers already
won
have
2.
two.
Yeah.
They do start on Thursday, but they do start Skubal and the Tigers, which,
Great.
then they go to then the Braves come into town. It's interesting. I like that one too. I mean,
You know
plus
what?
money on a team that's already up 2 wins on everybody else is,
No other team's odds were under 1,000.
yeah.
It's the Dodgers plus 220. Everyone else over 1,000. So
Also, so many teams don't play on Friday. And the
Dodgers don't
do.
play on Sunday.
Yeah, that's weird. But the Dodgers do. So they have more time, and they already have a head start.
their bullpens like reset after winning 2 games. I don't know. That just
Ben Kasparius is a thing. They
Yeah.
didn't need that.
UConn, baby.
Okay, so that's a freebie for everyone out there. Go check
Yes,
that out if
that's
you can
a
get it on the DraftKings Sportsbook. Dodgers plus 220, first to 10 wins.
Yes.
Should we
That's
go?
a freebie.
Do we want to start? We should start positive. We should start with some overs,
Yeah.
please.
I have an over. It's plus 275.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Okay.
in your faces.
Okay.
That
wusses.
is off the freaking rip, huh?
Soft. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is
Pow!
It's not my lock. It's not my lock.
No.
I'm playing the stadium game. You know I love it.
Love it.
Oh,
Brandon Lau to hit 30 homers.
because you're
Wow.
going Tampa.
They're playing outdoors. It's hot. That ball's flying. That minor league stadium, it's got Yankee Stadium short porch, so he's got that going for him with an even bigger wind stream because there's no third deck. So when the wind is blowing that way, like in spring training, some of the home runs that go out of they're porchier than even porches. Wow, Rays fans can't say like porch shit because they're gonna benefit from it as well. That's awesome.
Plus 275 is 30 homers
Yeah.
over.
Yeah. 31.
I think it's 30 plus, right?
30 plus. Oh, yeah.
So
yeah,
30 counts.
Yeah.
So the only thing I'll say to that is the Florida State League, which is basically what the Rays will be playing in, is notoriously one of the worst power leagues in all of minor league baseball because it gets really humid and
Muggy,
hot
yeah.
and muggy, and it rains every single day. But I understand what you're saying because Bilal's a guy.
But
and
in the
short porch.
summer, they're going elsewhere.
Where are they going?
They change their schedule so they avoid the rain.
So they're only playing early and late there. Is that what
Yeah.
you're saying?
I believe so.
Okay, I don't mind it.
They have a funky schedule. But I mean, well, you got the distance, and then you got more wind to blow balls both ways, but it does go out to right pretty easily sometimes there. And a lefty. That's why I hunted it. I needed some logic, and that's what I am giving you guys. He's hit 24 and 24, or 21 and 21, so it's a big boost.
It's a boost.
But he's also 30 years old now, so he's got more muscle. That's how that works. You should have seen me at 29. I was.
It's true.
You're-
It's crazy.
You're
Yeah.
yoked up, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Kind of wants to get traded
Yeah.
as a team option for next year.
What's your over? Minus 110.
Trev?
I have so many overs. I kind of want to give them all. I want to parlay them,
Do
but
it then.
I'll just give my favorite right now. Let me give 2.
Okay.
Okay, great.
That's what I like.
Because
to
you've been
do here.
hot.
I'm giving 2 under, so that's fair.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'll
I'm
double
going
up
Pete,
somewhere.
I'm going Pete Alonso over 100 RBIs. That is minus 120. The reason I'm doing that is because who's he hitting behind? A guy that gets on base at a 420 clip, Juan Soto. Pete has hit over 100 or had over 100 runs driven in multiple times in his career. He's a career 971 OPS with runners in scoring position. They are going to be in scoring position a lot with Lindor and Soto in front of him. I mean, I would look at Pete Alonso. Again, this is over 100 RBIs or 100 plus, minus 120. I look at him and Nimmo and Vientos and see kind of where all their numbers. Well, I think Vientos is pretty high, so I went with the guy directly behind Juan Soto. Seems like a pretty good bet for Pete to have a ton of opportunity there, and he's trying to reestablish value on the 1-year deal. So Pete Alonso, 100 RBIs, minus 120.
I like it. It feels like there's some value to be found, whether it's Pete or I know Jimmy was looking for runs scored. But yeah, man, I mean, Pete in a follow-up contract year with Juan Soto in front of him. And Pete plays every day, man. That's
Aaron Judge hit 144 last year. Pete's done it 1, 2, 3 times. 131 in 22, 118 in 2023.
88 last year, coach.
Yeah, but no Juan Soto.
No Juan Soto. I like it.
Okay. Can I get my other one?
Knock yourself out, dude.
Because this one's fun. You guys are
Okay.
going to like this one a
Good.
lot. Okay. I think you might have seen it floating around the internet a little
I
bit.
haven't.
You might have, actually, James. This is something that you would like be totally in on. Do you guys remember Chris Davis with a K?
Yeah.
Crush Davis, yes. 247.
What did he used to hit
247,
every single year? Do you guys have that?
247. That's the first time I ever called into a radio show, Bay Area radio show.
Okay. 247, 247, 247. You know who's done that the last 3 years? You guys haven't seen this on the internet?
Crush Davis.
Jake Berger has
Oh.
hit 250 on the dot for the last 3 years.
Like that.
You can get Jake Berger over 240 at minus 125.
It's a good one, Trev. People need to
3
know
years in
about
a
that
row
one.
on the dot, 250.
How
You're
many
giving me 10
at-bats?
points wiggle room. Plus, he was doing that in Chicago and Miami.
Right.
He is now in the Rangers lineup. So more runners on base. Pitcher scared. Jake Berger over 240 minus 125 again. 250 last 3 years in a row. He's the new Chris Davis.
Wow. I mean, even his slugging went up 1 year, but his on base is pretty consistent, which isn't great. Very
So
consistent.
they're
guy.
not plus 275 picks, but I'm giving you some fun ones, people.
Just parlay them.
Mm-hmm.
I have another one. If you want me to parlay him?
I mean, let's put you in timeout for a little bit if we're being honest.
Shut up a little bit.
Coming off the Ofer graphic, why don't we
Wow.
let's slow you down for a sec.
Over, minus.
I love these overs. We'll get right into it with Shady Rays. Get ready for the season ahead with quality shades built to last. Our friends at Shady Rays have you covered with premium polarized shades that won't break the bank. Wear them every day That's a little insight, and so do a ton of people at our company and a ton of people that have been with us for the ride because Shady Rays has been with us as well. 300,000 people have given them 5 stars. And if your shades ever go missing or take an unexpected hit, do not sweat it. The most insane protection in all of eyewear. Every pair is backed by their lost or broken replacement guarantee. If you don't love your shades, exchange for a new pair or return worry-free within 30 days. Exclusively for our listeners, Shady Rays has given out their best deal of the season. Go to shadyrays.com. Use code TALKIN. 35% off your next pair of polarized sunglasses. That's code TALKIN at shadyrays.com. Get yours now. Summer's here, kinda. Bet what you know.
God damn it. I bet the wrong thing.
And what do I know? It's Boston
Italian
Red
food.
Sox baseball.
You're such a Sox fan, dude. People are getting sick of it.
Sox kid.
We're
It's our
Jimmy,
year.
you've left, but we're Sox
Trev's
fans.
obsessed.
I just keep seeing clips going out of Jake being like, I'm on these Sox. I'm like, God.
Those are White Sox clips.
Guy.
Those are White Sox clips. Alex Bregman. Fenway Park. Jimmy, you do deep dive
Okay.
sometimes.
Yeah.
What Tyler O'Neill do last year? What Adam Duvall do the year before that? The Red Sox have a lineage of right-handed hitters coming over and getting that boost, baby.
Yes.
Alex Bregman over under for his batting average is 260, which is plus 115. So there's a little extra juice there, Trev. So again, you have the least juice. I'm taking Breggy with the over. He's got the contract, so he's set. Also, if he goes nuts, he can get like a super contract because he's got the opt-out. But Fenway Park is crazy. I realize where he's leaving, but where he's going is even better. And he's going to be in the middle of that lineup. And I think batting average can be a little bit of a cheat code with these bets. He hit 260 on the nose last year, 262 the year before that. Last year was kind of a funky year in that contract year. He got a slow start and then he picked it up. All that's in the rear view, baby. So give me Bregman over 260 batting average.
I would have been interested to look up like doubles for him.
Right.
Like extra base hits.
Yeah. Do they have? I thought I saw triples leader.
Oh, yeah, that's out there.
A triples leader for Alex Bregman.
No, I wouldn't do it for him.
Who won it last year? It had to have been Duran.
Triples leader?
Yeah, I can look it
Duran
up right
and
now.
Corbin Carroll. And
They tied?
Corbin Carroll led the league the year before that too. If you want him to lead the league. It's not
Not a great
enough.
number,
It's not
yeah.
enough for a sprinkle or any other topics that we are categories we have, so I didn't take it.
Bobby
But-
Witt's a great one in Kansas City. He had 11 last year. Carroll and Duran had 14.
Alex Bregman plus 1,600 to be the doubles leader.
He did it in 2019.
Well, you got the monster now and lead a foot.
It's a few months ago. If someone wanted to sprinkle that, that's fine. But yeah.
Duran is the favorite.
You guys might know someone that led the league in doubles one year. I don't think I did. I was close though.
Double plays.
Double plays.
Double plays, I
Double
did.
plays, yes.
Yes.
Different.
Common mistake.
Trev, do you want to let your final over out? I don't know.
Oh, not really.
Okay.
It's
All right.
fine.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Then let's change the tone a little bit. Let's go to the under segment.
Oh.
Which this is where DraftKings has cleaned it up the most.
I have one. Almost made it my lock.
Yeah, they
Had
won't
two.
let you do over under. We used to kill the RBI totals.
Yeah.
Because they were all at 100 and something.
It's
And we were just
crazy.
like, this guy gets hurt at all.
Adam Duvall after his big year, it was like 1
Adam
of 3.
Duvall.
It's like DraftKings. Jim, you've got this is your semi-lock then.
I have two unders that I really like.
Okay.
Number of teams to record 100 plus regular season wins. What would
I
you
saw
guess
this
they
one,
have
too.
it at?
Number of teams. Say it again.
To win 100 games or more.
I
It's
would
it's
guess
under
1.5.
2.5, right?
What?
1.5, 2.5.
I would have had it at 1.5 or half.
It's under 2.5.
It's
right?
2.5.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Do not think 3 teams are going to win 100 games. 0 teams won 100 games last year. I think obviously the Dodgers got better, but a lot of the NL teams also got better. And the AL got like the same, but even tighter.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think any one team got better.
Oh, I like that. Chad.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think, and then on the flip side, Jake,
Right.
it's the same line for teams to lose 100 games. And last year we had 2 with the White Sox and the Rockies, I believe.
No, there was
Marlins?
a third for 100. There was 3 last year,
White Sox, Rockies, Marlins.
and then the Angels were 99.
Okay. I am thinking that we're not going to get that many teams that lose 100 games. We're going to clean it up. We're going to get 1 or 2, sure, but not 3. That's not cool. Because you can't do it. It would be bad. So I took the under on both of those. Parity, baby.
What 3 teams do they have winning 100 games? Dodgers, sure.
That's it.
They
who
probably
else
just
is
saying
gonna do it?
odd AL team.
One of
Then-
the NL East teams, but the NL
No,
East is
there's no
brutal.
team that is. They have over 93.5 wins. The rest of the league is under 93.5 or under.
Yeah, so
win
I
total.
believe in that one more than the under 100. So for the official graphic and my record keeping, the one
just bet it.
my under is I think less than 3 teams will win 100 games this season. And I thought that was kind of a loophole. So I put money on that.
Like I don't think an AL West team can do it. I don't think an AL Central team can do it.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
don't
the
think an AL
odds,
East
the
team
odds
can do
are not, the odds are minus 280.
No, plus 120 for under 2.5 teams.
Number of teams scored 100 plus. wins.
No, that's wrong, Jake. Because I looked at this too.
Yeah. It's plus 120 for not having 3 teams that lose 100. It's minus 280 for not having 3 teams that win.
Okay, that's what I bet.
I bet both of them.
So I'll run with it. Run with it. Minus 280 makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Got to be careful.
That's my under.
Okay. Trev?
I hate unders, man, and I like
Yeah.
this guy a lot, but and again, we've kind of been limited to what the unders we have here on the DraftKings Sportsbook. So batting average is what I'm going with right here. This is a guy who had a career year last year. You know, he's been on the up for a couple years now, but 2024, 927 OPS, he had 293 batting average. Okay. Problem with that, guys, is that his BABIP was massive last year.
Mm.
Let me get that up again.
Get it up.
Last year, the BABIP for my guy, Brent Rooker, was 362. Never had one that high before, not even close. DraftKings has over under 260 on his batting average. Last year I said 293, but the year before that 246 when his BABIP was back to normal. If you go on Baseball Savant last year, his expected batting average, even though he hit 293, was only 266. So there was a little bit of luck involved with that aspect of it. So I'm going to go under 260 for my guy Brent Rooker, and that is listed at plus 100.
Okay.
Did he change
just-
his swing? That's a crazy.
He's dabbled his swing. Things have gotten a little bit quieter with him.
Oh.
He is playing outside in Sacramento. The ball's supposed to fly there. But again, I just think that BABIP was really, really high last year. And, you know, the underlying metrics do suggest that batting average is probably going to come down again. So let's go like this, Brent. Why don't you hit 50 this year? Just take the batting average down a little bit and hit some more homers. Slug a little bit more. You got the money already. Under 260 plus 100, Brent Rooker. Batting average is my under.
I mean, let's cut the nice guy routine with you. You think Brent Rooker sucks? You saw Mookie dunk on him in that MLB preview
Foolish Bailey
video.
tried to dunk on him, and then he went and hit 290. So there's also the Foolish Bailey like jinx effect
Oh,
for 2024.
okay.
So as long as fucking Foolish keeps his mouth shut this year,
Unders are tough. Unders are tough.
yeah.
Good pick, Trev. Maybe. I don't know. The Sacramento thing's a wild card there. I like
It
that
is
you
a
had a
wild
little
card.
info. That was nice. It was nice. For my under, I've got to be careful with my verbiage here.
They shaded on Rooker a lot. So maybe teams were shifting him terribly, and that helped him out.
Okay. There you go, Trev.
There we
And he's
go.
going to
We're
hit
on
50.
He's going to hit 50 and hit 259.
255, 50 homers.
Yeah.
So this one, again, is a little careful with the words, but there's head-to-head regular season wins on DraftKings. So, like, there's a Yankees versus Mets one. There's a lot of different teams, and there's a couple oddballs. I like when they line up just two teams you wouldn't associate together. I would have had the lines on this reversed. And this is how we've talked about these teams on this show, so I got to be honest with the people. Most regular season wins. Mariners versus Brewers. Mariners is minus 150. The Brewers are plus 115. So I'm taking the Mariners to have more under their wins.
You're taking the Mariners to have more losses than the Brewers.
Yes, but it's an under.
Yeah. So Mariners
So
under
less
Brewers.
wins.
Mariners under Brewers.
Mariners under Brewers.
Wins.
I don't mind it because we did have to search for unders
Yeah, they
here.
took unders like away from.
Plus 150. The Brewers win every year, and the Mariners have not.
Okay.
So, hey, I hope this season for me is my Mariners dunking season, and they win the West, and they've done it.
You don't hope that. You don't care about that.
This is so disrespectful to Milwaukee.
Okay.
Milwaukee, plus 115.
As you're over.
As my under.
Yeah.
Milwaukee over Mariners.
Mariners under Milwaukee is how you'd phrase it, I guess. We've been searching. We've all said it a lot of different ways.
So I'm saying use it as both. That's how I did college.
That's how you did college.
I would line up my classes so I could write one thesis paper, hand it into two teachers. History of Egypt, History of Africa, same semester. One 15-page paper. Both of you. Read it. History of women in America, History of Education in America. One thesis paper. Prudence Cramble. Both teachers. You got to be smart, guys. Why would you write two thesis papers a semester?
Efficient.
Do they have AI to check if you AI'd something?
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
now they do. I mean, literally, like right after I graduated the next year, they started making kids turn it into turnitin.com. Turnitin.com. Yeah, I didn't have that.
That's insane.
But I don't think it would have mattered for me because I was handing it at the same time.
Right.
If
Like,
I
it
go,
wasn't in the backlog of the system. It was my original writing. So, well,
Yeah, and you shouldn't be penalized for that. You wrote it.
I wrote it.
It worked for this class. It worked for that
Yeah,
class.
I don't think I'm in trouble there.
if I AI'd
Okay.
something to AI the AI catcher,
Yes.
you just have to go one more than the AI,
I'm on,
right?
I'm on it right now. Like, I'll copy and paste I'll go chat GTP. Let's see if they tell on each other. Chat
As long as you're on an odd number of AI like rungs, you're
Okay.
good. You just don't want to be on the second one.
Who is Trevor Plouffe?
Oh, boy.
What is Trevor Plouffe's reputation as a
Mhm.
baseball player? I'll ask ChatGPT.
That should be interesting.
Okay. Trevor Plouffe had a solid but not quite standout career as a professional baseball player. He was primarily known for his time with the Minnesota Twins and later stints with the Oakland Athletics and Philadelphia Phillies. His reputation as a player can be summarized with a few key points. 1, versatility. 2, power hitting. 3, consistency. 4, defensive play. 5, injury prone.
I mean, you had me there. Then you called me injury prone.
That's not me. In summary, Trevor Plouffe's reputation is that of a reliable, power-hitting utility infielder who could provide occasional pop in the lineup but lacked the consistency and defensive excellence to be a long-term star. Fans and analysts generally viewed him as a solid, though unspectacular contributor in his career.
Boom. Fucking boner jams right there. I'm in.
I mean, there's enough solid in there that I
Yeah.
think you just disregard all the other and say, that's fucking awesome.
That's how I am. You guys, I'm in for that. Thank you, AI.
That was
See,
that was
I've
Chat
always-
GTP. Now I'm going to go to Perplexity and say,
GPT.
can you tell me if this paragraph was written by AI. And I'll copy and paste it. This is what you were wondering, right? If AI can tell on each other.
I guess.
It sounds like that's what you were asking.
More on the side.
It says the paragraph you provide about Trevor Plouffe appears to be human written. Ho! Whoa!
ChatGPT outsmarted Perplexity.
Perplexity saying that the writing style has a nuanced, evaluative tone that is less common in AI-generated text. AI tends to be more straightforward and less likely to offer subjective assessments.
I mean, is the real root of this is that AI has been taught that snitches get stitches?
Maybe.
So Perplexity was like, I can't tell him.
Like when that lady from Pepsi said, here's all the secrets. She offered it to Coke, and they just fired her and called Pepsi and like, you got a rat.
Yeah.
That's what's going on here. I get it. All right. Anyway, shout out to Trev's career.
Hey, if you haven't put it together, this whole episode is brought to you by DraftKings. It's the best time of year. That's why we're doing this. The baseball's about to happen. College hoops. Talk about their time in the sun. It's all happening right now, and get in on the action with the DraftKings Sportsbook. Whether you're locking or sprinkling over and undering, get in with DraftKings right now. All new customers who bet just $5 will get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you use code TALKIN. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use code TALKIN. Bet just $5 on any wager and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's code TALKIN only at the DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
Who's up next?
All right, let's get into the locks and the sprinkles. Now, this is where things get real. The lock is a lock.
Mm-hmm.
You're telling the people to lock it up. And let's do that before the sprinkle. So, James?
I have an interesting one. Again, I went half thought on this one.
Good.
It's minus 130. That's okay. You said 200's kind of a bar of
it's
like
a lock.
Lame-o. Player to record 35-plus regular season saves.
Okay.
And I'm going with Clase. In the last 3 years, it's 42, 44, 47. He doesn't seem to be slowing down. He just seems to be getting better. You can also, he had 44 saves with a 3.2 ERA, and then last year he had 47 saves with a 0.61. So you can still get the save even if you're not as good as he's been.
Right.
And I think with the Tigers getting better, and the Royals in it, there's going to be a lot more closer games than they had last year because he finished 64 games and only got 47 saves. So some of those 4-run leads might become 3-run leads. I think the Guardians are always trying to just stay even with the pack. And last year they were like, we're better than the pack by this much? What? Did we overspend? And they had a big budget meeting about this. So I'm doing Clase. 35 plus saves. Lock it in.
What's the juice on that?
Minus
130.
130.
That's nice.
I like that. That's
Thank
a good
you
one.
guys.
You could have talked us into 40 saves because he's done that the last 3 years.
I could
but
have,
it's a lock.
It's a lock. I could
Do
have
they
written
offer
this
you
to
40
50
plus
for
for just a
sprinkle.
little bit more juice or less juice?
Yeah, they
I'm
do.
assuming?
40 plus is plus 135.
I don't know if I can lock that.
I can't lock that as much.
Okay, I like
you
that.
get a 2-week injury. Saves leaders plus 700. That wasn't enough for the sprinkle. See the dilemma here? I had to just ride the odds of what I thought fit.
Gotcha.
You did good.
Thank you.
God, traded for Corey Kluber from Texas.
Corey Kluber from Texas?
Yeah, but that was when they went
That's true,
Kluber,
yeah.
Lance Lynn. Was it Gibby? Was it Minor?
Gibby was in there. They had Andrew Heaney was there.
It was then
The vets.
2020, and then 2020
Those
happened.
are the days. The Rangers and the Reds were really good. I got a lock, and this is one we've talked about all offseason long. There's not a lot of explaining to do. I just truly believe in this team. Red Sox to make the playoffs minus 105. You can't name 6 better teams in the AL. You just can't. So I understand they play in the AL East, and It's a good division, all this. It doesn't matter. The Red Sox, on paper, I think, have the best roster in the American League. So I'm going Red Sox minus 105. Make the playoffs. Book it. Lock it up. It's going to happen.
The only thing that hurts you is if the White Sox give out 11 wins a team again.
Doesn't matter. They're going to win. The Red Sox are going to win the AL East. They have the
maybe.
best team.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I think it's a
Maybe.
great
Yeah.
lock. I'm just
They
offering-
just said, Christian Campbell, you're on the team. You're playing second base. That means Breggy's at third. Devers is going to DH, whether he likes it or not. That's still such a weird way they handled all that. But they just have everything. They have everything. They're going to make the playoffs.
I agree with you. I think it's a really good lock. I was just saying the only caveat, if you wanted to, would be that the way
I think the AL Central teams are
divisions
going to take a
set
step
up.
back.
The way the divisions are set up, we've had 90-win team miss the playoffs. And years ago, did we have that?
89 missed in the NL last year. Diamondbacks.
I think they're gonna. I think the Red Sox will win more than that.
It's a bet.
It's a bet.
It's a bet. I like it. As you guys know, I bet what I know.
Mm-hmm.
And Trev's all over my Red Sox. I'm going to the New York Yankees. What are we doing here? And I'm going batting average. And I'm going Cody Bellinger over 260.
Whoa.
That's your lock.
Cody Bellinger.
A lock?
Cody Bellinger. Coming over from the Chicago Cubs. Hit 266 last year. In a year that it was like, okay, he gets paid a lot. We like PCA. Let's move on from him. But it was kind of a downish from the year before where Cody Bellinger hit 307. Cody Bellinger's leaving Wrigley, where we've talked to Ian Happ, and they say that first month you're hoping to just survive with like a 250 batting average. You hope to not tank your season in April. There's days you show up to the ballpark and you know it's not going to get out. Cody Bellinger's playing at a very different ballpark now. He knows it'll get out. And diving into some of his numbers for Talkin Yanks this year, he has an actual approach. And like he will take balls the other way. And he plays situational baseball. It's great in with runners in scoring position. He is great in high leverage. Those are when his stats were the best last year. I just think Cody Bellinger still gets hurt from some of the injury years where he clearly was a different baseball player. That I expected the line to be at like 280, 275. I think 260 is too low. I think he'll get a couple Yankee jobbers. And when you're a lefty and you're willing to slap the ball the other way, there's actually a lot of baseball field out there. So he's going to get home runs when he turns on it that might not have gotten out at Wrigley. And he's going to get hits that he might not have gotten because there's a lot of space in left and left center at Yankee Stadium. It's a lock. What are we doing?
Yeah, the only thing I would say is Yankee Stadium and lefties don't really go hand in hand with batting average unless
Because they pull. You can't get hits over there.
Yes, I know. That's what I'm saying. If he's got to really get those oppo hits because it's 27th. Even last year when you had Soto do what he did, it was still 27th in hits and singles for lefties.
Yep.
He had 400 in spring training, so there's that also.
Huge.
What's the juice on that?
That is
Minus 115.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're being on pod here. I don't love it.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's kind of like right on the line for me. And that's
You're a
not
bad
what you
bettor,
want
but
in
that's
lock.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to bet you that one personally.
Done. Show dinner.
Sure. Yep.
Think you're one or two behind. Yeah, if you look at his spray chart from last year, it looks like there's 6 balls that would have got out of the stadium. And yeah, he doesn't have a lot of turned singles because I think the outfielder's there, but he slaps it the other way a lot. So
Are there minimum at bats for that?
I was looking for that. I don't know if there is.
That's cool if there's not.
Right?
Not if it turns into you rooting for injury. Once
No,
he
no, no,
crosses
no,
the
no.
threshold and you pray to the gods that you try to smite him.
No,
that
no,
would
no,
be
no,
cool.
no. It is, because he is one of our guys, but I think it's a good, if you're doing the baseball grid, if you're still into that. Cole Tucker technically batted .500 for the Rockies one year.
Boom.
So it was in 5 games, but
That's why you said technically.
if anyone's looking to grid it up with Rockies batting average, Tuck. And him and Cody Bellinger grew up together, full circle.
Whoa.
Like that?
I liked it. Landed the plane well.
It's bobbing.
It's time for the sprinkle. Can I throw one in just before the sprinkle? Because this is not.
Absolutely.
Because James, you had that a really good one with Class A plus 700. That's the 40 plus save.
I was told 700 isn't enough for a sprinkle.
I get that. I do feel that way, but we can mention it to fans that say, "Hey, maybe I don't want a sprinkle. I want a half a sprinkle."
Dude, I've got tons of mentions when we end the show.
He's got a ton of mentions.
I'd probably roll credits and me just mention it.
I mean,
Okay.
That's
the
what Trev's been
Dodgers.
doing.
The Dodgers are plus 290 to win the World Series. Clearly, like what you'd consider the worst odds or the best odds with the worst payout. I think that's what you'd say. But you can get it to 330 if you just bet them to win the division and the World Series. If you're picking them to win the World Series,
I like
why
that,
would you
Trev.
put 290? Get the 330. They're going to win the division. And honestly, this is the truth. Who the fuck is going to stop the Dodgers?
Wow.
I would consider. Everybody should sprinkle the Dodgers.
Phillies.
Plus 330 with a team that's clearly better than everybody else.
Braves.
Yeah, maybe. But at plus 330, I think it's still like a decent bet. I get it. Only one team wins the World Series, but we're talking about
what's it to make the World Series?
Don't have that in front. We could look for it. Maybe Robbie Sirocco can get on that. But I just think
They
like
have that because
this is
anything. Can
when's the
happen in
last time we
World
felt like
Series.
this about a baseball team?
When's the
Like
last time a
never?
team's won back-to-back years?
Yeah. This is, to
2000.
me, 330
Yankees.
still has value to it.
You're right. The Astros, couple years
$100 to
middle
win
there.
$330.
couple years in the middle there, we knew the Astros were going to win the division and be in the World Series, basically.
I get it.
Yeah,
7-game series, 5-game series. I understand that, but
and the Nationals end up taking them down when you wouldn't have seen that coming. The Astros in 2019, but it kind of everyone saw the Astros be in there. So
They didn't look
I'd like
good.
the odds of if it's still like sprinkle enough, if you can push it, of them making the World
Just
Series,
making
and
the World
winning
Series, yeah.
division as a lock. But anything can happen in a 5-game set. I don't know. I see them in the World Series. It's also probably good for baseball if they are, and then they lose to
What's your
the
sprinkle?
drama. I have so many sprinkles.
Okay.
So I put $1 on this because I clicked the wrong button, but that's credit stuff. That's more for the credits. My sprinkle that I'll put on paper for everyone is for Bobby Witt Jr. No, for Francisco Lindor to lead the league in runs scored. Similar to your Alonso bet, Trev, like in thought, but less likely because anything can happen. And Lindor's got to get on base, but it's plus 2,500.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, it's a sprinkle. It does not deserve a red X if I don't get it.
What's the I actually do like that as a sprinkle. Who is the best odds to lead? It's got to be Ohtani, maybe.
Shohei and Soto.
For runs scored.
Soto led it last year with Judge behind him. Judge had one of the best baseball seasons in the history of the sport. It seems like it's been forgotten because he dropped a fly ball in center field and they lost in embarrassing fashion. But when you compare Judge's offensive season to contemporaries, they're not there. It's just Bonds, Ruth.
You got to catch that fly ball above the eyes, below the eyes.
Also plays a good outfield.
Yeah.
In right field.
In right field, yeah.
But not on Foolish Bailey's top of Foolish Bailey's list of best players right now.
It's a tough episode for
Come on, Foolish.
Jesus.
Bailey, yeah.
Had Soto. Judge had a better year.
Whoops.
Come on.
For my sprinkle, I'm going with the guy that kind of burst onto the scene last year. I'm going for reliever of the year.
Oh, hell yes.
Okay, I like that reaction,
That's
James.
sprinkle talk. Reliever of the year.
Reliever of the year.
That is up to the gods.
I'm going in the National League
Oh my
here.
God.
Yeah.
Let me tell you who's on
Dodgers.
top of this. Plus 400 for Edwin Diaz. Look, I love
He's out, by the way.
the Mets. It's not, yeah.
Velo's
Ryan
down.
Helsley.
I couldn't
Ryan
believe the
Helsley
Edwin
is on a
Diaz
team
loss.
that's said they're not really competing this year, so he probably will get traded. And then who knows? Like, that's just kind of weird for me. Raisel Iglesias, I could see. Tanner Scott, I really like it, plus 550, so not enough for a sprinkle. There is one guy on a team that I think will be in the playoffs, will have 90 or above wins. So you're going to get save chances here. I'm going Justin Martinez. Plus 1,300 to be the NL reliever of the year. He has all the stuff to do it. Changed his pitch mix last year. Started throwing a sinker. So first year throwing, he ended up throwing at 44.8%. The splitty and the slider are excellent pitches. If he can figure the sinker out a little bit and make that a plus pitch, we're talking about a reliever with 3+ pitches. I mean, it is a plus pitch. It throws 100 freaking miles an hour, dude. He's going to get chances for saves. He's a young kid. He's hungry. I think he just got some sort of mini extension with them. I'm pretty sure that happened. Maybe Robbie checked that out for me. But he's going to be leading that Diamondbacks bullpen, and the stuff is just absolutely incredible. The Savant page is blood red. He cleaned up the walks a little bit, but everything else is just you watch him pitch and you say that's one of the best pitchers in baseball right there.
Just agreed to a 5-year, $18 million contract with
Yeah.
the
So bought out his arbiers.
Couple
Maybe
club
some options.
Yep, after that.
Something like that.
Okay.
I mean, he throws 100-mile-an-hour sinker, guys.
And why even throw it? It's got bad numbers against it. The split finger and the slider are impossible.
I think the numbers on the sinkers, he doesn't control it enough, so it is out of the zone a lot.
It's got
you just got to figure that out. Just throw a few more strikes.
Yeah, last year they batted .330 against the sinker and slugged .400 against the split finger, .098 batting average and 54 whiff percentage, and the slider the same.
Yes, his secondary stuff is absolutely filthy. Again, first year throwing that sinker, like locate it a little bit better. Plus 1,400, I'll take it.
I like it. He's a special talent. Why not? He is reliever of the year. Maybe a couple multi-inning outings, so the stats are really juicy. I got nervous.
You know what? Didn't even know he was Dominican.
Okay.
Now I'm way more in on him.
It's not a sprinkle anymore. All in.
Interesting. Okay.
Trev, I was nervous because I also went with a reliever.
Wow.
For my sprinkle, but I went most saves. So
wow, kind of like what I did.
a little bit, but I went with another person. Because, Class A for most saves was plus 700. I sneaky just revealed I'm out on Edwin Diaz this year. And then you got all the dogs around baseball. There's Devin Williams, there's Josh Hader. It's a tricky formula because you need close wins. You just need the full season. That at plus 1,400, I'm going to go with Mason Miller. Why not? He's not going to get competition for that gig. It's his. The A's, everyone's like, hey, they're a more real team this year, right? Like they got Sevy, they got Springs. They've got a couple guys in that lineup. I don't care where Mason Miller's pitching, so Sacramento effect doesn't really worry me at all. That I don't know. Could that be one of the storylines of this season? Like the Mason Miller 50 save season happens? Why not? At plus 1,400. I like it for my sprinkle. You're obviously, with how good Class A is and a couple other factors, it's out of your hands. But also, why not? Go do it, Mason.
Why are you so out on Edwin Diaz this year?
His velo was down in spring. I don't know.
He is like the favorite in all of the reliever categories. Which is interesting.
Maybe Vegas knows something. I guess for me, like if there's anything with Edwin and you're the Mets, your goal is the end of the year. But I don't know.
Go get him Mason Miller.
Is that the episode?
Well, Jimmy says he's got a lot on deck.
Yes, I have some rollouts.
So why don't
I have an
we?
auxiliary as well.
Why don't we do the?
I did take Corbin Carroll to lead in triples. He's done it 2 years in a row. It was
That's-
plus 475, so it felt like you throw $5 on that. Enjoy the 60 you get back or whatever it is. No, 10 for. And then what else did I take that I liked? Where is it? Where is it?
Holding.
I'm going Bo Bichette over 160 hits, plus 105. He looks like a monster in spring training and contract year.
Last team to lose.
Oh, no, I did
No.
say all of mine.
Okay.
I accidentally put $10 on Bobby Witt Jr. to have the most regular season RBIs because I thought I was clicking run scored. So I've got that bet out there.
That's out for the
Put it up
people.
there.
Might cash it out.
Yeah, let me see. I don't know. There wasn't.
I put $1 on Lindor to lead the league in RBIs because that just made me laugh. $1, I win $81.
Right.
Why wouldn't I do that? If I'm walking down a corner of the street and the guy says, "You give me $1, you have a chance. I give you $100 in return." I do that.
I think
almost every
Vegas
day,
likes
dude.
when people think that
Almost
a
every day.
lot.
That's literally the lottery.
Yeah, Vegas is in on the lottery.
Yeah.
They like that.
Maybe I do it every Saturday or something like that.
I spent a lot of time looking at Colt Keith's batting average over under. Yeah, I didn't have too many others that screamed out like Instabet. That's kind of how I do this. If I look at it and the fingers just start placing it, I'm like, that means that one seems pretty good.
I always want like a start of season one just because you don't have to wait the whole year.
Right.
But that's scary.
Jose Ramirez, Jose Altuve. Anything else, fellas?
No, I was going to take the under on Ohtani steals because if he
Right.
is pitching, I don't think he's going to steal as much. I don't know if Vegas would adjust that accordingly, but you can't bet unders anymore.
Yeah, you can't bet
You
under.
can only bet over this cliff. So, that was a wasted thought.
If you
process.
want to just remind yourself how good Shohei Ohtani is, there's 60 plus stolen bases and 70 plus stolen bases. There's a tab there. The only two players mentioned in either of those are Ellie De La Cruz and Shohei Ohtani, the guy that hits 54 homers and is a Cy Young pitcher.
He's pretty good.
A rise over 300 batting average, minus 145. Not too juicy, but that's all he does. He's 27.
What was it again? Say it again.
Over 300.
Minus 140. It's
145.
a lot of juice.
Yeah. I
You
don't
find
know.
that with one thing you want to parlay.
I just feel like that's not sexy
Yeah.
enough.
It's too sexy.
Although I like Arise.
Me too. I like you guys. Thank you, everyone tuning in. John Bino, Coach Trev.
We're back.
Pack Wednesday. And then we're play ball. Which ball game?
Jake sucks. Justin Martinez.
Splitter. Pitch of the year.
Telling you.
Yamamoto.
Hey, Suzuki had some big BABIP stuff last year, too, like 370.
Nice, Trev. BABIP.
BABIP regression guy.
Yeah.
I am.